Want to get creeped out? Have you heard about the demon Zozo that haunts Ouija boards? There was a man named Darren Evans, and he liked to experiment with the Ouija board. He was doing this in his 20s. In the early 2000s, he encountered a demon that he believed to be Zozo. Allegedly, the planchette started moving rapidly and spelling out the name Zozo, Z-O-Z-O. Darren didn't recognize the significance of the name, but was freaked out by the aggressive nature in how quickly and aggressively the planchette was moving. He found it to be chaotic and disturbing. Zozo's messages were often cryptic, malevolent, or threatening, leaving Darren feeling very uneasy. After his initial contact, Darren's life took a sinister turn. The paranormal activity in his home started to really ramp up. Objects would be moved on their own, he would hear strange noises, and on top of that, he started to see dark shadow figures in his home. Darren started to experience extreme depression, and those around him that he loved and cared about also started to be affected by some kind of negative force. Those closest to him started experiencing bad luck, illnesses, or unexplained accidents. In fact, one of those accidents was his own daughter, who he left alone in the tub for just a second. When he returned, she was drowning, and when he pulled her out, she told him that Zozo told her to do it. As Darren continued to use the Ouija board, Zozo's messages became even more malevolent, cruel, taunting, manipulative, all of it. Zozo would spell out things like, "I will unalive you, your daughter will, I am the devil, I own you, you can't escape, say goodbye, or hurt them." In one instance, while using the Ouija board, Darren even felt as though he was possessed by Zozo. He felt overwhelming anger and hopelessness. His behavior also changed dramatically during this session, and he felt as though he wasn't entirely in control of his actions. After the session, he had no clear recollection of what had transpired while he was using the planchette, while he was doing Ouija. Darren eventually stopped using the board altogether, but felt psychologically scarred from these incidents. So who is Zozo? What is Zozo? This is a malevolent entity or demon commonly encountered through Ouija boards. Zozo became infamous due to repeated encounters by many people who use Ouija boards. Now, there is reference to Zozo from a French occult book from 1816, the Dictionnaire Infernal. In the book, Zozo is mentioned as a demon that possessed a little girl in France. Some view this as evidence that Zozo has a longer history than just appearing in Ouija board sessions. There are common patterns when it comes to Zozo showing up in a Ouija board session. Zozo will repeatedly spell his name, repeatedly do a figure 8 movement with the planchette, and has a tendency of starting as a neutral entity and saying neutral things before turning malevolent. Zozo has been known to have a harsh psychological effect on those who have encountered him. Some believe that Zozo may be a tulpa, meaning that this is something that we created through a collection of fear as a collective, as many people believing in something so strongly that it actually creates the thing. Some believe that encountering this demon can also cause a curse. For instance, there was one man who reported that his life began to fall apart after he encountered this demon. He lost his job, his relationship ended, and he experienced a string of bad luck that he just could not explain. He got rid of his Ouija board and did multiple cleansing rituals to try to rid himself of this curse, which he eventually did. However, Zozo is not the only demon with a Z name that appears when it comes to Ouija boards. We also have Zaza and Zuzu, Z-A-Z-A and Z-U-Z-U. Is this some connection to entities similar to Zozo, or are they all the same? Many spiritual practitioners believe that acknowledging Zozo could attract him to your Ouija board session or to you. There is a lot of fear and speculation when it comes to the demon Zozo, and I have so much more information on this demon if you're interested. However, I will say this. I work a lot with Ouija boards and other magical practitioners. A lot of times, the board going between 2 letters can truly just mean that it's cycling and trying to find energy, trying to gain momentum to actually spell out words. That being said, do what you believe is right. If you believe that you should not use Ouija boards, then don't. If you believe that you can, but you just need to say goodbye, then just do that. Always protect your energy and surround yourself with people who also have your best nature future in mind. My name is Megan. I'm a paranormal investigator and researcher. I'm also co-host of a paranormal podcast called Follow the Woo, and I officially have a Patreon out where I want to do spooky things with people. Not only do these include access to secret Discord channels where we can chat about anything, but also where we will do paranormal and folklore research together. If that's something you're interested in, we'll do horror movie nights. It's just gonna be so much fun. The whole point of this Patreon is having a community that can bond and relate over their love for the paranormal, folklore, creepy things, and just hang out and get to know each other. I can't wait to get to know you guys. This is where you go to join, and I hope I see you there. Anyways, that's it for this one. See you next time.